Right, so before we get the party started, I'd like to thank the chaps at CrazyDetailer and TurtleWaxSA for inviting me and a few other cool dudes to check out the new TurtleWax Hybrid Solutions range. Not only that, but we were gifted a few products to try out as well, so there's your disclosure, so boom. Ceramic, ceramic, ceramic. That's not only a buzzword many car care product manufacturers use at the moment, but it's also something that's taking the detailing world by storm. Not too long ago, you only saw ceramic kit in the hands of approved installers, in air quotes. It then trickled down to your usual detailers, but now, at least in South Africa, we're seeing more consumer-friendly ceramic, namely silicon dioxide or SiO2, we're just going to call it that for the purposes of this video, where the room for failure due to consumer negligence or improper application is quite small. So where does the hybrid solutions range come in all of this? Well, it's bridging the gap between DIY and professional, at least the way that I see it. This type of ceramic infused products provide the ease of application as your usual good quality car care products would, with little to no room for error, but at the same time produce results and protection that exceed those good quality products to give semi-professional results. So in essence, it's more DIY focused and can give semi-professional results depending on whose hands they're in. The all-new Hybrid Solutions range launched in South Africa recently, around about March 7th if I'm not mistaken, and I was lucky enough to see and learn what the stuff is all about. So there was a show day, and that day consisted of informative demonstrations of each product in the range, as well as addressing any concerns we may have about the line. Using ceramic infused products garners a different way of usage compared to your usual car care products, so info on how to use them correctly to get the best results was the best way forward. Now, I'm just a humble weekend detailer, and I was around some very experienced dudes in the industry, but at no point did I feel small and unwelcomed with my skill level. And this is all local dudes, I may add. It was pleasant. People share information and tips which benefited in many ways. I'd like to attend more days like these, and I'd recommend them to anyone who's into car cleaning to do so if you can. It's pretty fruitful, I say. Okay, let's get into the gift pack. So it consisted of the following: wash and wax shampoo, 3-in-1 detailer, and lastly, the ceramic spray coating. Plenty cloths and a new wash mitt were gifted as well, but those don't form part of the new range that I'm going to be reviewing in this video. The only thing I ended up buying myself was the all-in-one polish and wax, and there was a spray wet wax available too, but I left that out since I had the 3-in-1 detailer to use, so I didn't think it was necessary for my applications. I'm going to have a look at all 4 products here and give you my thoughts on them as well as how they could fare for the average consumer. Now, the last bit is a bit important because we use these in a professional setting on the show day. The public needs to be aware that you can't just use these like yeah. Right, check this. You see this? We're gonna flip this around. You see these things back here? These are instructions, directions, maybe a recipe for shine, who knows, call it what you will. Follow these things. Now don't be that typical Polo Vivo owner dude where the dude chucks on polish, leaves it on for 2 days while driving the vehicle, takes it off, then wonders, like, why? This car looks the same. How? I'm so done with you types of dudes, really? On a serious note, follow these directions because even I made a silly mistake thinking that I know better than the product, but yeah, these guys, they're smart, they're real smart, check it out. Let's start with something simple, shall we? As I bend down and pick up this big chungus right here, the wash and wax, check it out. Boom! The big chungus of the group weighing in at 1.42 liters. It's wash and wax as you'd know it, but of course with SiO2 infusion. Now, unless you're good at eyeballing with measuring how much soap to put into a bucket, this shampoo will probably stump you. Reason being, the shampoo doesn't foam. No really, it doesn't. So you'll be thinking you haven't put enough, yet you've actually put the right amount. So I'd really advise following the directions on the bottle to get the best results with this soap, which is a capful per liter of water, to which I calculated isn't that much really if you're using a full bucket to wash a car. And when I mean full bucket, I'll say maybe half a bucket, but you get what I mean. So I estimated about, in my application, 80 mils for 10 liters of water to clean a compact hatch. You could get some double-digit washes out of one bottle, to which I calculated 18 washes, due to the 80 mils, I'd say, for half bucket, I would say. And compared to other ceramic infused shampoos that are available locally, that's the general amount of washes I could calculate, except this stuff is cheaper. User experience wise, it feels silky when you rub your fingers with it, and it has an interesting rainbow look in the bucket. I think that's probably due to the waxes and polymers inside the shampoo itself. The stuff smells pretty good too, it's got a mangoey scent to it. Okay, funny thing, your neighbors will think that you're washing your car with just water since there's next to no foam in the formula. And yeah, they'll think you're pretty mad when they see this, especially the elderly, which is quite weird. Trust me, I know. No foam really does take away from the aesthetic, yes, but this is all function and the form is in the results. Upon seeing the soap in action, it removes dirt easily and it has a nice protection feature too. It's got very good lubricity when you use the soap, and it does live up to the Wash and Wax name, but it's turbocharged with SiO2. Using this stuff, surprisingly enough, reminded me of the TurtleWax Perfect Finish shampoo. They're very similar in how their wash function operates. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they used this shampoo as a base for the ceramic infused wash and wax soap. Where I do have to knock off points though is that since this soap has no foaming action, you can't use this in the foam cannon, and it's not even recommended on the bottle as well. I mean, this would have been a hella great as a foam wash too, but even though it wasn't its intended purpose though. But oh well, what can you do?
Product number 2. The 3-in-1 detailer.
3 functions: waterless cleaning, synthetic waxes that make the paint pop, with the hydrophobic and silicon dioxide polymers, i.e. ceramic infusion. That's your 3-in-1 right here, and it does the 3 things damn well. I tend to use spray detailers as a drying aid to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Dry and shine, basically. This stuff doesn't need streaking, and in addition to the wash and wax used already on this car, left the paint feeling slick, almost like the day when I paint corrected the vehicle for the first time. A little goes a long way, and we get a raspberry type scent to it. And you can use this detailer to get some soiled areas sorted too, but I didn't test that bit because I didn't have a soiled car to work with at that point. I mean, I could have used it when I was, well, not washing the Swift, but you get what I mean. Unfortunately, these were the best aftershots I could get, considering that I ran out of light on the day that I washed this car and used those products. But the combo of the spray detail and the wash and wax on the already detailed car brought out the metallic sheen and the flake in this paintwork. Plus, this kit was easy on the trims as well. I can't really knock the spray detailer. Damn good stuff also.
Product number 3. Whoa, I almost slapped myself with that. All-in-one polish and wax.
Now, since I had already detailed the Swift, I wanted to get an idea on how this all-in-one would perform on an untreated vehicle.
Now, to do this assessment, we have to call the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Detective Swirlman. We gotta give him a ring. Something appropriate. There we go. Yeah. Come on, bro, answer your phone.
Swirlman, I left an envelope on your desk for that next assessment job. You take a look at those pictures and then give me a skivvy once you've seen them, right? Cool, sharp. Money's already in your account. You probably saw that notification. You know what to do, man. Take it easy. So we have this dirty Golf here that's actually in desperate need of a detail. 7-year-old paint, plenty swirls, hard German paint, some repainted surfaces, and dried out trim. Mamma mia, that is a mighty spicy specimen. Whoa, wait, this is a German car. Wunderbar. So this vehicle was treated to a wash and foam with diluted all-purpose cleaner to get rid of any grease or muck since the car chills outside. After that, some rather smelly iron revolt was used to get off any further contaminants on the vehicle prior to cleaning. A quick side note also, now since general hardware and automotive stores don't have iron revolt, I mean you have to get this from a specialist store, you can omit this step and just get a clay bar from builders to handle the step 2. It won't be as effective, but iron revolt just makes claying heaps easier and removes or loosens any further contaminants for the clay bar to get off. It basically betters your results in polishing, and also it depends on whether you need to use the iron revolt or not. It's really from a case by case thing, but generally when I detail I've seen I have to use both. And after that, the car was then treated to a full clay session to get rid of any remaining gunk on the paintwork. And one more final foaming was done with the all-purpose cleaner to get off any leftover residue. After that, the car was dried, wheeled in, and an alcohol wipe was done. No, not that kind of alcohol. Isopropyl. Now, why did I do all of this and show you when I'm supposed to be speaking about the polish? Simple. To give the polish a fair fighting chance as well as a proper assessment of its performance, I had to get the paints to be as naked and contaminant free as possible. This way you get the best possible results of polishing. I've noticed the general consensus regarding polish is that many will polish an untreated car, i.e. it hasn't been washed with, let's say, all-purpose cleaner or something to get off the grease and muck, clayed, iron revolted, just do an average wash instead of decontamination, and I feel that doesn't get the best results if you're going to rejuvenate your paintwork by correcting the paint and polishing. I mean, it's like an artist painting on an unprepped mucky canvas, if you will. The end result is not going to look nice, although it may look artistic, but you get what I mean. Now that the mid-rand terrorizer was prepped, I decided to machine polish the vehicle in a single stage sitting. With a polishing pad on a dual action polisher, the all-in-one made some difference, but I wanted slightly more bite, so I ended up going for microfiber cutting disc. Admittedly, the finishing ability of the microfiber cutting disc paled in comparison to the foam pad, but that's at least in my experience. It did cut better, but I wish the microfiber could have finished a bit better. Check this shot to see how the polish fared. My first thoughts were that this stuff is like damn good lotion on some dry skin. While sorting, I'd say about maybe 50% of the imperfections on the paintwork, the depth and gloss of the GTI paint definitely came back. Had I used a compound before using the shiny turtle, this paint could have been close to 90% correction in my view. But that wasn't the purpose of this detail. On its own, the all-in-one performed well. It's very easy to apply, work in, and remove. One thing that especially stood out to me was that there's next to no dusting with this product. Even whilst cleaning out my pads, I noticed nearly nothing in the bucket where I was brushing the pads and cleaning them out. Polishing was so much more pleasant with this product, and mind you, this is my first time using an SiO2 infused all-in-one. Alright, don't worry hand users, I haven't left you guys out. I did a small section of a sponge applicator pad too. Even via hand, the polish performed decently with some defect removal, but the depth and shine of the red definitely came back too. So yes, this all-in-one is pretty usable by hand too. Gets my seal of approval, there we go. Protection wise, TurtleWax claims that the wax portion of this product can last months, which is pretty good for an off-the-shelf all-in-one product. I think I found my new favorite all-in-one polish! The only thing I can knock on this polish is the fact that you have to wait 24 hours for the SiO2 to properly cure on the paint before you can add other layers of wax on top, which kinda sucks, because general sealants will only have you wait about an hour or so before you can start layering. Oh well, what can you do?
Final product, ceramic coating.
Finishing up with my range of ceramic infused products, the holy grail, the ceramic coating. You can use this stuff pretty much on all surfaces, gives you up to 12 months of protection, as it claims on the bottle, and it claims to be easy on, easy off even in the direct sunlight. That's a pretty bold claim, but I'm not gonna test that right now because, yeah, you can see, it's cloudy, it's even about to rain. We'll be applying the coating on the GTI since it's had 24 hours to cure since the polish. I much prefer using these spray-on coatings rather than liquid or paste because it's less time consuming, less messy, and easier to apply in my view. For this demo, I used a microfiber applicator pad to apply the product and a dry microfiber buffing cloth to remove any excess. Now, I noticed streaking when I tried to remove the product, which left me scratching my head for a minute. That was until I referred back to the instructions on the back of the bottle, and yes, I actually needed to use a damp cloth which was recommended to remove the streaks, to which I did not use. I used a dry microfiber buffing towel. Bad idea! To which I used that damp cloth and it solved the problem. And I know that will catch many off guard because it even got me. So if any issues like that, like with what I had with streaking, I implore that you follow the instructions on the rear of these bottles. And these are good instructions. It's not just something where you can just, try something and hope that, I'm gonna do my own thing and hope that's gonna work. Nah, these products aren't like that. So anyways, another 24 hours to cure and having the car rained on in the process. Lucky, I know. This is how the car looks in the sunlight. I wouldn't be surprised if the hydrophobic sealant wax was used as the base here and then infused with the SiO2. I mean, these coatings do seem quite similar in how they apply and look, but with the ceramic infused stuff having that extra kick and protection. Again, you have to wait for 24 hours for this stuff to cure before you can add other coatings on top, which is a bummer, and the streaking, although easily resolved, can catch a few people off guard. All in all, this product with the all-in-one polish definitely brought back the depth and the gloss of the Tornado Red paint. I'm pretty impressed with these results, even if it wasn't meant to be an absolute perfection detail, and it definitely surprised quite a few people. So much so that I ended up using the all-in-one and ceramic spray on the Swift to boost what's already been done on the car, and it looks phenomenal. The clarity and depth on the paint is just sublime, with the metallic flake glistening all the more nicely. Right, so, conclusions. The TurtleWax Hybrid Solutions range is a step up from your usual good car care products that you'll find in specialized enthusiast and vehicle accessory stores. TurtleWax is providing the use of ceramic technology to a DIY crowd at an affordable price, and it's nice to see. Oh yeah, and I should talk about the prices actually. Each product is under the 300 Rand mark to keep it competitive. I'll show a clip here of the pricing at the time of posting this video right about here. See that? This is interesting considering that the other competition's products are at least over 350 rands. For what you're getting and the performance that these products deliver, it's hard to beat in my opinion. They're also quick to use, albeit you'll have to adjust your method slightly to work with SiO2. The results, however, as you've seen in this video, are damn good, and I hope I did show that. I just feel that the spray wax should have been significantly cheaper, considering that I feel it's more of a sacrificial layer compared to the performance that the 3-in-1 detailer offers. But for the weekend washer, DIY detailer, and even pro, it's something good to have in the garage cupboard. SiO2 products are quite different to work with. However, at the same time, for people to get the best results out of these, I feel they need to change their car washing habits at the same time. Knowledge is also a great thing to have, which is why I also think show days like these, like the TurtleWax one I went to, is good. And good in that it spreads knowledge, and of course it raises up the standard of detailing available as well. So, should you use the TurtleWax Hybrid Solutions range? Hell yeah! I mean, I showed you what these can do, and you can get the same results too. So yeah, highly recommend them. Anyways guys, TayeedzSA here, and that's all she wrote.